Political quotes. In the United States, we have a statement, separation of church and state. And that would be fine so long as the church can't dictate what the state or the government does. And on the other hand, that the government should not be able to dictate to the church what the church does. That would be the true, fair and balanced, equal interpretation or meaning of that phrase. So now, a few political quotes from me. Tell me who your news sources are, and I'll tell you how you think. What were you thinking before the TV did your thinking for you? Just for the record, I haven't watched TV for 3 years now. Okay. Around the year 2019, I shared this thought. It was about in the third year of the presidency of Donald Trump. And of course, there was a full-on media onslaught against him. So I shared this. Our childhood diet was the 3 R's, reading, writing, arithmetic. Then part of our breakfast diet was raisins, rice, and rye. But now, fake news diet for the gullible is Russia, racism, and recession. Ha! Then regarding the global economy, it's long been held that when America sneezes, Australia catches a cold. Again, around 2019, I shared this thought. Since Barack Hussein Obama received the Nobel Peace Prize when he had barely started his presidency, shouldn't Donald Trump get the Peace Prize, the Nobel Prize for economics, with the Dow Jones surging and the economy booming like never before? Statement that I call media economics. Decades ago, after spending ample time in the USA and watching politics and the media, I made this deduction. If it's a liberal incumbent president, then about a week prior to the elections or even more, they pump out news, the media, mainstream media, that the economy is doing just great. So to trying to sway voters to stay with their liberal bedfellows. And if a liberal stands a good chance of winning, the MSM or mainstream media will say it's a done deal. Their candidate has a huge lead. It's all over, bar the shouting. They're already measuring the drapes for the White House windows, etc. But when their liberal loses an election to a conservative, the mainstream media will say it was an angry vote. In other words, you people were stupid. You didn't listen to us. It was an angry vote. Oh, I forgot. Ministers aren't supposed to have political views, just like news anchors and journalists aren't supposed to have political views. That's a lie from the pits of hell. If you choose to believe it, that's your own problem. I say to all Christian and somewhat conservative Americans and Christians around the world who are unsure and often influenced by the mainstream media, MSM. Friend, if you're not sure how to vote or who to vote for, just see who the debauched and morally depraved Hollywood is for, and then you vote for the exact opposite candidate or party. I hope you caught that. In fact, I would say it's a safe bet for every Western election. Whoever Hollywood is for, overwhelmingly vote the opposite. That will be the more biblical choice. The extreme left wing ballyhoos the fact that when a tiny island disappears, it's because of global warming. But when a new island appears due to volcanic activity, and I can attach a link to what happened in Tonga not long ago, then they are not able to say it's because of global cooling. What nonsense. These are tiny volcanic islands that could be here today and gone tomorrow. It has nothing to do with global warming. Political science lesson again. In the run-up to the UK elections around 2018-2019, when Boris Johnson was elected in a landslide, BBC, CNN, and all their ilk, MSNBC, CNBC, ABC, NBC, CBS, all of these major MSM, mainstream media networks, said that the election, prior to the election itself, was knife edge. It was too close to call. It's very tight. Translation, it's going to be a huge win for the conservative. They will never tell you it's going to be a walkout for a conservative. Knife edge, too close to call, too tight. But if they know it's going to be a liberal win, or that's Labour Party in the UK or Australia, they would be writing the obituary of the conservatives beforehand. How long before the common viewer figures this out? And then just prior to the November 22nd, 2016 US presidential elections, and I repeat this now just prior to the November 2020 presidential elections, we are not voting to canonize Cardinal Biden or for a Pope Trump. If you care about righteous Supreme Court justices, vote. If you care about school vouchers for your children, vote. If you want to really stop terrorists and their sympathizers, vote. If you want only genuine, legal immigration, vote. If you care about the lives of innocent, unborn babies being murdered in their mother's wombs, vote. If you care about upholding biblical standards of marriage, vote. In addition to all of the above and more, above all, pray. God bless you.